Okay, guys, hopefully you got 1 and 2 right. The shape isn't going to change. It's going to be skewed right. When you multiply, it's going to be skewed right, but it's going to be stretched out a bit, but it's still going to be skewed right. You take the mean times 100 because we're changing from dollars to cents, and you get 170.5 cents. I haven't written cents anywhere in a long time. That felt weird to do. And then 0.447 times 100 is 47.4 cents. Now, the second time around, after that happened, now I'm going to add another 25 cents. Well, that shape is going to be the exact same as the last one. The mean will go up 25 cents, so it went up to 195.5. But the standard deviation this time around won't change because when I add 25 cents, it doesn't change the spread of the data. The only thing that changes the spread of the data is when you multiply. Okay. Part 3 said, what if I made them all z-scores? We got to think through that a little bit. Look at, here's the formula for z-scores. I'm going to take every x value, like I've been doing. I'm going to subtract the mean first, so I'm subtracting. That's kind of like adding 25 cents. And then I'm going to divide by the standard deviation. Okay, so I'm going to write what happens in order of operations here. You're subtracting the mean, which is 195.5. That's the mean we have from the last problem. Then, after you do that, then you divide every single data value by 47.4. Okay, and we want to talk about what happens to the shape. It's going to be skewed right, and I'm going to write underneath it, it's going to be skewed right still. Subtracting and dividing doesn't change the category of shape. The dividing will actually change, how spread out it is, but it won't change the shape, the overall category of shape. Now the mean, let's think about the mean here. Subtracting 195.5, that does affect the mean. You subtract 195.5. And then dividing by 47.4, that affects the mean also. So I got to do both of those things. Now the mean was 195.5, so look what I have to do. I have to take the mean as it was, 195.5. I have to subtract the mean, so I'm going to subtract 195.5 because that is the actual mean. And then I would divide by 47.4. But look, that numerator just becomes a 0. The mean is 0. Now the standard deviation, for the standard deviation, the subtracting doesn't do anything. So I don't subtract by 195. That's a measure of spread, and subtracting right here doesn't affect the spread of a data. So I take the standard deviation that I had, 47.4. I'm not going to subtract 195, but I am going to divide by the standard deviation because dividing does affect the standard deviation. And when I divide by 47.4, I get 1. The mean of all standard deviations, let me say it again. The mean of all standardized values is 0. And the standard deviation of all standardized values is 1. It's true every time. Hey, here's your homework. On page 107, I want you guys to do 22, 26, and 31. And please catch up anything that you've been missing from day 1, day 2, or here on day 3. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Have a good day.